Hey Maria, it's Salo, and this is your Starseed Activation Light Language reading. I see symbols around others in the universe called light language. And light language speaks to the soul without words. It's a feeling, it's an emotion. So when you look at the symbols, it activates a spark of light within you. It helps those codons and filaments of your DNA become whole. It strengthens up your DNA spiral to help you be that divine light that you are in the universe. So this one interpretation that I have today that I have written for you is just one interpretation of maybe a million interpretations for you. Just to let you know, it's great to put this print that I sent to you, in a hallway, in your bedroom, as a screensaver, in the room where you watch TV or whatever that you look at all the time. You will get a download. And if you require some clarity or discernment in some way, just look at the symbols for a few seconds and it will help activate to your pineal gland to help you know what to do. So that's what I just love about this light language. Since I'm from the stars, and a lot of us are stardust and from the stars, and me being a walk-in, I do remember how to write them for others, and so I love sharing this gift. But a lot of questions I get from others is they truly want to know the meaning of each symbol and what it does, and so it's like really hard. We're not meant to use the left side of our brain with our logic and mathematics and analytics and facts. We're supposed to use the right side of our brain, which is our creative side, our artistic side, our intuitive side, our psychic side, our remote viewing side, to help bring in that spark of light. So in most of the readings, I usually always have this figure, and this represents your guides and angels coming in to help you from the stars with your starship beings out there with their UFOs, their little starships, to help you, give you signals into your light language. And here, this is always on most of my readings, and everybody's reading is the totality of who they are in the many light years that they have been on planet Earth. And the light language here says the totality of who you are in all of your lifetimes, past, present, and future. So this is like an encoding on the matrix that is an important symbol, that little line of information coming down. These are energy of star seeds. This is the symbol that comes from the Aborigines in Australia. And anytime you see a spiral, it's a major activation of who you are and help you remember. The blue is a sea of emotions that we go through. The browns help ground in the information that you see on this light language. This is a special doorway that many of us go through, many different timelines, and it represents that, and the timelines and time shifts that we go through with our people from the stars. And in the center here is your own personal light language. Here, I'll activate it and point it out, all this, and here is your light language that comes from the Pleiades. You are a 9 in numerology, and a lot of 9s do come from the Pleiades. They're humanitarians. They love to spread love. They're great healers. They're great craft persons, artists, music, dance, writers. If you felt different as a kid and not feel like you fit in, you most likely are a Pleiadian. You just felt really different when you were a kid. Like, somebody dropped me off on planet Earth, and who are these parents going on? You're here to create the vibration of the planet, and this light language here is very smooth to go with the flow, to use your intuition. You have great hands-on healing capabilities, artistic capabilities, and to go with that free flow here and not second guess yourself. This is like working with community, these 3 divine like candles of light, or it could be 3 people in a community. It is also developing your psychic abilities in this lifetime and sharing it with others of what your feelings and emotions are and what you're getting in the moment. You are always divinely connected to your starship, and your star guides here are always transmitting information. It's when we meditate and we receive and we are quiet in the moment is when you're going to receive all of this light language and activate that there. in the universe. This is also about balance. It's a form of yin and yang and male and females and the opposites of knowing what you want in the universe and what you don't want in the universe. It is almost a little Mayan symbol, my guides are saying, south of the border from Mexico and Central America and South America, that comes in, that kind of gives us that ancient information there. This is also about balance, being kind of curvy, but also bringing in heaven here on earth with the line down here, going with the flow and direction that you feel in the universe. Again, this one is an activation of your starseed qualities here with the spiral. And from that, the dots and dashes activate the right side of our brain, almost like Morse code in the universe with that. Some more like the heart shape here is following your heartfelt compassions. And if it ain't fun, don't do it. That's something my guides are always saying. These 3 lines here is a little bit of Mayan information. A bar, it represents the count of number 5, 5, 10, 15. And that comes out to, if you add up the 5 and 1, 6, which is love. You're here to love yourself. Through this dot is like your head, and it makes a body. But you're here to balance out your chakras and to love yourself and to have confidence about your abilities of healing and your inner sight and working grids. Since you travel a lot, my guides are saying there's some travel symbols in here moving about. When you go to certain places here on the planet, you are actually channeling in your guides and angels and the Pleiadians to come in and give you that information. I'd also say you have some ties to Arcturus too, because I feel like you have some connections to Max the Crystal Skull and the Arcturus people. They're a little bit scientific and they're keepers of information, and you love being a researcher and knowing information. I think that's a really strong connection in here, my guides are saying for you. And with that, you do get a lot of information in your dream time, so you may want to keep a journal with that too, or write things down. With that, that's like really, really super cool. Again, you will always have little shifts in timelines and bringing in more of your starseed self all the time with that, and creating these wonderful activations in your life that never end. They only become ever so much better in the universe. This is kind of like a lyrical symbol my guides are bringing out, so listening to music really helps calm you down and make you feel more one with the universe. Listening to binaural beats, doing sound therapy, getting sound therapy sessions too, with tuning forks or the crystal bowls will be very activating for you to unleash your creativity more, and also unleashing any writing abilities that you have or creative abilities that you have, and that's important. You may want to even think about getting a drum or a Native American flute or any type of instrument you like that you can play at some of these places that you travel. It helps repair the grids here on planet Earth, and those grids are just so important here on planet Earth. I don't think I drew any grid systems, except you open doorways with the music here also to help raise the frequency here at planet Earth. So there's always this longing of knowing there's something important that you're here to do. You have a big heart, and it's getting activated ever so much more, and they're pointing it to this heart here. And the more that you contact your guides and angels and your psychic abilities, get online, and you get to do those humanitarian gifts that you have, and helping others and providing messages and giving and being of service to others, you're doing your spiritual purpose, my friend. Oh my goodness, ever so much more than you have. You're here to learn to have that self-confidence with that in the universe. So I hope this, like I said, it's just meant to be looked at and absorbed. This is only one small interpretation of who you are. You've had many lifetimes on other starseed planets, like I said, Arcturus and the Pleiades, and also the central sun of the Pleiades, Alcyon, is a great connection there. It's like the keeper of the library and information for others. And so you may want to meditate on Alcyon and the Pleiades to even gather more information of what you need to do in life and activation of your psychic abilities and intuition. And watch the magic happen, my friend. If you have any questions, let me know. Just email me at salostanley@gmail.com and we'll get that going. Otherwise, I hope you have the best day ever, my friend. Sending lots of angel blessings your way.